So my name is Judy Heumann. I'm a Special Advisor for International Disability Rights at the U.S. Department of State. And it's been a privilege to serve in this position for the last 4.5 years. It's a position that was newly created by the Obama administration. So it's the first time that the State Department has really seriously focused on the inclusion of disability in our diplomatic and foreign policy work. I travel very frequently as a part of my job, working with our embassies around the world, meeting with civil society organizations, and working with governments. And a focus that we have is on advancing the human rights for disabled individuals. The Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, which is a treaty that was adopted by the United Nations in 2006, is something which is now being discussed around the world because more than 152 countries have ratified the treaty. And the U.S., because of the leadership role that we've played with the passage of our Americans with Disabilities Act, which is going to be 25 years old next year, we have been very eager to work with governments and civil society to help them learn from our experience what a good law looks like, what good regulations look like, how to effectively involve civil society and the entire community that will have the responsibility to implement legislation that addresses discrimination against disabled individuals. This year in 2014, I've spent a significant amount of time traveling in the Asia-Pacific region. And that, I believe, is because our embassies have had a growing interest in this subject matter, in particular because the Asia region itself is looking at issues of human rights and disability. So I've traveled twice to China this year. We've been to Vietnam and to Mongolia and to Japan and to Korea and a number of cities in China when we've traveled. And what we are seeing is a growing understanding that at least 15% of the world's population, as defined by the World Bank and the World Health Organization, is allowing people to see that the population of disabled people, 80% that live in developing countries, is really a very critical population of people, both for economic development and to ensure that our societies, in becoming diverse, are inclusive of disability.